I'm going to make some recordings. I think it's a lot better to have a recording to listen to uh, than just to read something. That's the way I am. So they might not be perfect. They might have a lot of other sounds in it, but anyhow, I think you'll get it. These are phrasal verbs, simply meaning they are a verb plus a preposition. And they have very important use in English. In fact, I would say 30% of any conversation would have phrasal verbs in it, also maybe phrasal verbs and idioms and things like that. But there will be a lot of phrasal verbs, and you'll see that when I get into the sentences here. Okay, so we're going to just take this first group. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough for right now. You can see there's a lot more. And there's about 300 or 400 phrasal verbs, so you'll have a lot to learn. Believe me, you need them. So this is call around, call at, call away, and call down. You can see just by itself, you really can't understand what that means. But in a sentence, they make sense, but they don't make sense unless you know what they're meaning. They're like a code. So let's take the first one, call around. Now there is the Spanish here, and I'll try not to be, to do this with my Spanish, but I'll have somebody else do it for you.
Llamar por teléfono a varias personas, generalmente para obtener información.
Well, maybe you heard that, maybe you didn't. Okay, but we'll go down here. Before buying the book, call around to see if anybody has it. We can see up here it simply says in Spanish to call various persons or call people who obtain information. That's what it means, to obtain information. So we have the English, before buying the book, call around to see if anybody has it. Then we have the Spanish. I don't know how this is going to work, but let's give it a try and see what we get.
Antes de comprar el libro, llama para ver si alguien lo tiene.
There you got it. Now I'm going to look at this and see what I got. So let's go to the other one. Call at. I'll click on this. It'll take me right to it. I think. Yeah, more or less. Let me move it down a little bit and see what happens. Call at. Call at means, and you see in Spanish, I'll give you a little shot of that and see how it is.
Visitar un lugar por un corto plazo.
Okay, you got that, right? So to visit a place, where you call that some places a short period of time. Okay. I called at the supermarket and bought a bottle of wine before coming. Before coming, okay. So we see here in Spanish that you went by the supermarket and you bought a bottle of wine before you came to my place, okay? I'll give it that in Spanish. I'm just playing around here. It's fun.
Pasé por el supermercado y compré una botella de vino antes de venir.
Very good.
Pasé por el supermercado y compré una botella de vino antes de venir.
Okay, I told you it would be coffee. So, in other words, you're going to visit the supermarket. Call at the supermarket, okay? So you can do call at for anything. But in this one, it's just an example. The next one is call away. And you can see that here is the Spanish. I'll play that for you. You know, let's sort of like make it just the way it is, right?
Pedirle a alguien que deje de hacer algo para ir a otro lado.
There you go. You got it. I couldn't finish my report because I was called away to deliver some documents. Well, it simply means that somebody called me, you know, by telephone or whatever, or just stepped into the office and said, hey, I got to talk to you. So I have to quit what I'm doing, okay? So here we have the Spanish. We'll do that one for you, see how that is. Okay, you ready?
No pude terminar el informe porque me pidieron que entregara unos documentos.
Clever, right? Clever. Didn't think I could speak such good Spanish. So let's go down a little bit more here and see what we got. Okay, here we have called down. Okay, and here call down we have here the various Spanish meanings. I have the girl tell you that.
Pedir, maldecir, echar la bronca.
Okay, so the teacher called him down for trying to cheat on his test. Okay, we call down somebody means, you know, you're gonna call them down. You're gonna say, hey, stop doing that, will you? You're gonna be punished for it probably. You're called down. We have to stop that type of action. Okay? So we have the teacher called him down for trying to cheat on the test. And here I have my little girl. Read that to you so you get the full experience.
La maestra lo reprendió por tratar de copiarse en el examen.
Yeah, he was called down. Okay, reprimanded. Okay, for his action. Well, let's go down to the next one. Call for. Here we have pretty well the same thing, but I have my little girl tell you what that is in Spanish.
Pedir, exigir, pronosticar.
Okay, so we have here call for. Such a good piece of news calls for a toast. In other words, calls for a toast simply means, hey, that was good what you did. And so we're going to honor what you did, okay, by giving you a toast, by saying, hey, you did a good job, and this is to you, okay. So we have my little girl give you what that is in Spanish. Okay, here we go.
Tan buena noticia exige un brindis.
You can see that you got a toast for your good piece of news. Okay, and then I'll go on down and call forth. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Have I done the four that I said? Well, let's assume this is it. Call forth, or to motivate, provoke, inspire. Okay, Robert's behavior at work called forth his immediate dismissal. Boy, you know, called forth. It caused, it motivated, it provoked his dismissal, right? So we come here to let my little girl, well, let her do this one first, okay? And let us hear what she said.
Motivar, provocar, inspirar.
There you go.
Motivar, provocar, inspirar.
You got that, right? And then I'll have it do here. Okay, there you go.
El comportamiento de Robert en el trabajo provocó su despido inmediato.
Okay. So I'm going to stop here and take a look at this, and if it's good, I'll send it off to you. As I say, it's informal, and it's a little faster to do that and look for perfection, okay?